Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, guys? This is Ken Velasquez here. I'd like to welcome y'all once more to Velasquez Fitness. And this video, by the title of it, you can totally see that it says my story. Well, basically, I'm going to be making just reviewing my story and what I've come through and everything I've gone through in the last couple of years since I started lifting weight. And it's probably going to be a long video, but bear with me. If you watch this video, any of the answers, any other questions you have with my other videos are going to be totally answered. Anyways, I started lifting weight when I was 16, if I remember right. I was in 10th grade, and if you notice, I'm gonna post a couple of pictures right here. They're gonna pop up right now. That's exactly how I looked when I was in 10th grade. I wasn't overly obese, but I was really out of shape. Well, I wasn't overly obese, but I was fat. Let's put it that way. And I don't know why nowadays people hate the word fat or hate saying the word fat, but I was overweight. I was fat. I wasn't attractive. The picture you see with the white clothing, that's in 8th grade. And then the other pictures you see me sitting down at the beach and all that stuff, that's from 10th grade. So I was always a chubby kid ever since middle school. Ever since middle school, I started eating. I started liking different types of food, and I just didn't care that much about my body image. And if you notice, I had long hair, and it was just horrible. So I started lifting 16 years at 16 years old. If you see the guy in the picture that's with me, that's smiling, has the short hair, that's one of my closest friends. We've been friends up to 15 years right now. But he said he wanted to join. He was joining the local gym that was right beside the high school. So what we do is we would go out of high school and then we would walk to the gym and then we would work out at the gym for like an hour or two. Just do some stupid fucking workouts. It wasn't even like what it is today, but it evolved and started a journey that just implemented into what I am today. Um, so basically, we were six guys, and we were all going to the gym doing different things. And eventually, most of them started falling out of it and not training enough. But I started seeing results in strength gains in it. So I'm like, you know what? I kind of like this. I'm gonna keep coming, even though they're not coming here. I'm gonna keep going to the gym. So by the end of 10th grade, 11th grade, um, I start dating this girl that I've been interested ever since 10th grade. I'm not gonna mention her right now, but her name, just for personal reasons, I'm not gonna mention her. But I started basically. She was a really skinny person, and I was, like I said, you can see the pictures. I was a really fat person. Even though I was still going to the gym, I still did not know the fundamentals of dieting, supplementation, and all that stuff that I know of today. And I was just there to lift weights. That's all I did. I lift weights. I didn't do cardio. I didn't do anything else. I thought cardio was stupid. But I started dating her, and sorry if I'm like getting off context. I'm just thinking because it's 6, 7 years that's gone by, and I'm just trying to make it this video as short as possible. I know it's not gonna be short. It's gonna be a long ass video, but compared to what I could be sitting here and speaking of for fucking hours, I can just try to compress it into like 15, 20 minutes. Anyways, long story short, um, I started dating this skinny girl. She was really skinny, and people used to say we were a perfect 10. And even though I was lifting weights, I wasn't seeing that many results. Yes, I was getting little results here and there, maybe a little bit of chest, maybe a little bit more gain weight, like bench pressing, fucking 20-pound dumbbells, going up to 25-pound dumbbells. So stupid little minimal things, but to me they were big things. So eventually, I stumbled upon bodybuilding.com and their find your own plan database. So as I'm scrolling down, I put my goals in. I said, you know what? Maybe I want to lose fat. I want to get ripped. I want to get muscle, but I want to lose fat. So I incremented, and I saw this program. This 12-week program called the Chris Gething 12-week video transformation. And it's basically 12 weeks of you watching one video a day and doing the workouts and dieting advice that he did. So that's where my journey started. And I started doing 12 weeks. After I was done after 12 weeks, I started doing 12 more weeks. And after 12 more weeks, I just started researching bodybuilding.com, going to YouTube, watching people like Matt Ogus, Physics of Greatness, which is Chris Jones, watching Mark Lobliner, people like that on YouTube. And I just got open to this whole fitness community, which was so different than what other people in normal life was. To them, working out is just something you do optionally to look good. To people like them, working out is just something that's out of context. You need to have that as part of your life. So I started learning, and I'm gonna post a couple of pictures here so you can see my transformation. It took me one whole year to get to the point where I was almost 40% body fat down to almost, I know I'm exaggerating probably, but 40% body fat down to almost 12, down to 15% body fat, like you see in the last picture. So I did that, and I felt in love with it. I wanted to compete. I wanted to do bodybuilding, but something I didn't have was mass. I didn't have mass. So what did I normally do? I started bulking. I started bulking towards the end of another 12 weeks programs that I was doing. It wasn't the Chris Geth thing. I don't remember. I don't remember right now, but it was another program. So I started doing Y3T, which is a program that nowadays I follow to heart, and it's one of my favorite programs that I will always do. What is Y3T and DTP? One of my best programs, but that's another topic for another video. I started bulking. I put on a couple of pounds, and this is towards the end of high school. Like, I started at 11th grade, and this was towards the end of 12th grade. And I got so caught up in doing what I'm doing that I forget, listen, high school's about to end. What the fuck are you gonna do with your life? Like, you don't have anything interesting to study. All the colleges you actually do want to go to are not where you live. We're not in your hometown. They're fucking hours away. You have this girlfriend where you think she's the future. She's everything to you, and you need to fucking move. So what do? I go and take on a personal training or physical training certification class, which I did take. And till this day, I still have that certification as a physical trainer and sports nutritionist. Um, it's a minor certification. It's not a big thing. It's not by any fucking big company. It's just a local kind of certification. It certifies me that I took classes to learn all about this, which I already had knowledge of for 2 years of just researching and reading, which I did. I paid more attention to knowing more about fitness and bodybuilding than actually paying attention in school, which was another fucking problem that I had because my grades were failing. I was failing class. I was caring more about bodybuilding, stuff like that. I was caring about supplementation than actually cared about class. So, what's the best option when you're fresh out of high school? You're in great shape and you got nowhere to go, nowhere to study. I know it's gonna sound stupid. I joined the fucking army. That's what I did. I joined the local national. I joined the National Guard, and disclaimer: all my family's military. My brothers are military. My sister's military. They're all in the military, so I do respect the troops. And what you're about to hear may or may not offend you, but that's just something that I went through, and it's a really hard thing to actually talk about again. I joined the army. I graduated high school, went to prom, and by the end of summer, I was already leaving Fort Benning, Georgia, 88 Mike at Delta, if I remember, Delta 247 at Benning, Georgia. Um, while I was training with bodybuilding, I was also training a little bit of kickboxing and stuff like that, and I was having like a couple of amateur fights, stuff like that. It's another, like I said, another topic for another video. But I've injured my ankle. I've broken my ankle once, and then I rolled it a couple of times. So it's a fucked up ankle. Till this day, it is a fucked up ankle. So while I was in the army, um, I've rolled my ankle a couple of times. So I got held back and switched companies a couple of times. I got really fucked up. Um, Towards being recovered and being on profile, I get a free call. I get a free phone call in where I get the news from that the current girlfriend that I had is going into surgery because they found a cyst in her ovaries, and she may or may not have babies in the end. And hearing this while you're in basic training and you literally have 10 minutes to people to explain, and the person's crying over the phone, really breaks you down as a man. So I got so desperate that I talked to my sergeant and I said, you know what, I want to go home. I don't care about fucking army anymore. I want to go home. So I went through the process of trying to go home and stuff like that. And I went to meet with my National Guard liaison, and I told him my problem. I talked to him. He said, listen. I finally went up to him like, listen, either you send me home or do you find somewhere that I can be home as soon as possible? So he talks to me, he's like, hey, let's give you a split option. Which, if you're not in the army, basically means you finish basic training, you go home, fix your problem, then come back and finish your AIT, which is your job training. So he said yes. And he gave me, while I was in his office, he gave me another phone call. He said, take your time. Take your time, talk to your girlfriend, talk to your dad, because also my dad had cancer, but someone was taking care of him, but still, it was part of the problem. I call her, and she tells me everything's fine. She came out of surgery, everything's fine. She's just excited to see me. Like, she can't wait to see me. And then I break the news to her, hey, I'm not coming back home. I'm actually going to stay and finish basic training. She breaks down. She kind of gets sad, but she realizes, hey, this is better for him, whatever. We converse. We talk to each other for a little bit, probably 30 minutes. And then we finally say, hey, listen, I got to go. So I hang up on her. We make the paperwork, and I start again basic training at week 3, gas chamber. First day I got there. So after those 9 fucking weeks of basic training, I finished basic. I wasn't in great shape because I started gaining weight because I was bulking. So I was bulking that year. So I was a little big. I wasn't as ripped as I was. I was probably at 15% body fat. When I was done with the army, I lost all my gains. I lost all my muscle mass, to be exact. I was still fat. I was still had like little fat around my body, but my arms were fucking destroyedly skinny. My legs were fucking stick figures. I think there's a picture. I think there's a picture. I think I posted a picture. I don't know because I'm gonna edit this afterwards. I recorded. So I come back from the army, and by this time my girlfriend's in college. I'm back from the army. What I do, I find myself a job, and as soon as I step back in here, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start lifting weights again. I'm gonna start doing that. So, little dilemma. While I was in high school, everything was great. I had my mom's car and I could borrow it. I was underage. I didn't have to find a job. Mom would receive money just because I was living for her social security. All my meals were paid for. All my supplements were paid for. When I graduated high school, I came back from the army. Things changed. I needed to get a job. I needed to get my own car. I needed to get my own place, and I needed to fucking buy my own food and supplements. So I did join the gym back again, but it was harder because I had to balance a really fucked up relationship that I had, army life, fitness, supplementation, eating, dieting, and my full time job. And eventually, one of them fell out, and it fell out for personal reasons. Also, with my relationship, it had evolved, and it fell out. So I stopped going to the gym. I stopped lifting weight. I stopped dieting. I just went back to the normal life, and that happened about 2 years ago. And I went on this thing where I was National Guard, so I would go 1 week in a month. So since I wasn't caring that much about working out, I was gaining weight, and I would say, hey, I'll start next week. I'll start next week. I'll start next week. The normal everyday, hey, I'm gonna start next week. I'm gonna start next week, and I would start a little bit with my diet, but hey, my budget does not fit all these supplements. Fuck it. So I would just it would be an on and off thing where after a whole year, I gained back the fat and the out of shape body that I have. I got fired from my job. I had to move in back with my parents. It was the downward spiral out of that. That went on till last year, where the being depressed and all that stuff made my relationship crumble more than it already was because it was a fucked up relationship as is. Made it crumble to a point where I didn't feel happy with myself. I didn't feel happy with the person. I didn't feel happy with the whole situation. Like I needed to do a 180 in my life and just switch, and it was really hard for me. And I had to break up with the person after 4 years of dating this person, all through fucking 11th grade up to fucking 2 years in college. I finally had to say, hey, listen, this is not working out. I'm not happy. This is not happening. Um, so out of all this, that happened last year. 2 months after I broke up with a person, I started talking to a person, a friend that I knew of. She was a girl, and we start talking. We start talking. We start talking. We realized we had so many things in common, and we start dating. Let's just say my ex wasn't happy with that. She completely deleted me from her life. But we started dating her, and I noticed that the girl that I'm dating, she's a ballerina. She's a fucking dancer. She's done all this. She does all these kinds of dancing. She's been dancing since she was 5 years old. So this person is in one of the best shapes I've ever been. And I noticed to myself, I'm dating a really fucking attractive person, and I look like shit. I weigh 210 pounds. I look fat. I got man boobs. I don't even fucking look good at all. Like, I can't even send you nude pictures just because my fucking belly is covering my dick. Again, like it was when I was in fucking high school. So I started my journey again. And not only did I start my journey again, I said, you know what? I'm going to try and make this my lifestyle. I will pick up a part-time job like I am right now, but I will make this my lifestyle. I will post, I will start making YouTube videos. I will start doing fitness programs. I will take my knowledge and try to make it as a fucking fitness spokesmodel. So basically, here's what I am now. It's been fucking 12 weeks. I've dropped from fucking 20% body fat up to 14, and I'm 6 weeks out from a fucking photo shoot. I'm 7 weeks out from a fucking physique competition, which is something that I will want to do now. It's physique. I'm 6 weeks out from a photo shoot and physique competition. So I am here with y'all. Not only that, I am doing a program as we speak. I'm taking all my knowledge and doing a 6 weeks program dieting as we speak right now. So basically, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting back into fitness. I'm actually bigger than I am because that bulking for 2 years and actually going to the gym like every other time actually did help me gain more muscle mass, which is funny because now I'm 14% body fat, but I'm still 200 pounds. I'm not 160 like I was in high school. So I'm 6 weeks out, and here I am, and I'm making videos for y'all. I'm posting on Twitter. I'm doing Instagram. I'm doing Facebook, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what I will do. I will bring so much content to this fucking YouTube channel. I'll put all my dedication and time to this fucking YouTube channel, to my Facebook, to my fitness career. I will put every single thing that I can, and all I need from you guys is just fucking support. Whether it be good or bad support, if you get my name out there, that's all I want. That's basically what I want to talk about. That's basically my story in a short, not too detailed kind of personally breaking like everything out. So thank you for listening, you guys. It's really an honor to be here and giving you my knowledge and giving you my story and making you part of my life. I don't care how many people are gonna watch this video, but hopefully this will be. I can look back on this a couple of years and be like, this is where I started. This is my fucking journey. So it's Ken Velasquez signing off. Make sure you click down the links. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go down the links. There's my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, a fucking phone number. I'll put it down there if you need it. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. It is fucking great. Thank y'all.